Come with me to do a brow lamination, wax, and tint. So I am going to be using the elleplex profusion on this client, and this is the first step. This client in particular has a little bit of more stubborn hair, so I'm gonna leave this first step on for about 6 minutes. I like to really work the product through the brows with a small tooth spoolie, and I do not apply a lot of pressure. I just really work that product through the brows.
I cannot believe it. That just so bad.
After I put product on both the brows, I like to apply cling film to really keep the brow hairs in place. After she is processed for a few minutes, I am going to work that little spoolie through the brow hairs to see how easy the hairs are being manipulated, just to make sure I don't over process her. You can see her hairs still really aren't working with me too much, so I'm gonna process her for a few more minutes, and I'm going to reapply that cling film. After the full 5 minutes, I removed that product, and now I am trimming the hairs. I like to do this after the first step because it really makes it easy to bring all the brow hairs up and trim them good. I am now applying my Lamy Balm. This is my favorite hack to laminations because it acts like a glue, but it is way easier to work with and really makes the brow laminations just turn out amazing. You can see I'm combing the brow hairs to exactly how I want them with this lamination balm, because once the balm dries, they do really just stay in place. I am then going to apply the second step of the elleplex, but the lamination balm does create a little bit of a barrier. So with the second step, I let it process about 30 seconds to a minute longer. So I'm going to process it for about 6 minutes and 30 seconds. After the 6 minutes, I'm going to take off all of the solution with a tiny bit of water. Now I'm going to fully map her brows out using a charcoal string. I love this method, even though it's old school. It literally never ever fails me. I also will show my client the outline before I start waxing, because they can agree to the shape, and then I just know that I'm not going to take off too much hair.
He was like, no, why? And I told him, well, somebody's knocking on our door twice. And while I was on the phone with him, he knocked again. And he's like, what the heck? And he's like, hey, well, like, I'm on my way home. Like, just don't answer the door. And I'm like, okay. And probably like, he knocked about 4 separate times. Like, we had like a couple minutes in between.
So I'm now using a brand new hybrid brow tint from Brow Code, and it's kind of funky. It's a 2-step process. So the first step is the actual tint itself, and it is clear. So you put the tint on, it's clear, it's kind of weird. And then I will go back in after I have taken the tint off. I will go back in with the developer, and you will watch the brow change colors. Okay, now you can see I'm going in with the developer, and that brow is completely changing colors. It looks so scary, but this hybrid tint is a game changer. Now we are removing that developer, and look how beautiful this brow looks. The hybrid tint also lasts a lot longer than normal tint. So we are going in with our amazing Azulene wax. It picks up all the hair, and it's also amazing for all skin types. My clients leave not even red. It's just such an amazing wax. My trick to getting such clean, crisp brows is when I wax, I apply the wax strip right along the brow, right exactly where I want it to remove the hair, and it really just makes my lines so crisp.
I don't know why he's been told different, so now I'm gonna call them tomorrow. Like, take my car, and if I have to end up paying $2,000, I will literally hunt you guys down.
I'm now cleaning her off with some Azulene oil and witch hazel to really help with the redness and irritation. I'm now combing her brows out, and look how amazing this lamination turned out. I'm obsessed.